sklearn, model selection, parameter grid. Description. The parameter grid class is used to create a grid of parameters for use in a grid search. This grid is then used to iterate over different combinations of parameters in order to find the best set of parameters for a given model. Paramgrid, a dictionary or list of dictionaries. Each dictionary in the list represents a set of parameters for a given model. The keys of the dictionary are the names of the parameters, and the values are the values to use for those parameters. A list of dictionaries. Each dictionary represents a set of parameters for a given model. The keys of the dictionary are the names of the parameters, and the values are the values to use for those parameters. The parameter grid class takes a dictionary or list of dictionaries as input, and it then generates a list of dictionaries. Each dictionary in the list represents a set of parameters for a given model. The keys of the dictionary are the names of the parameters, and the values are the values to use for those parameters. The parameter grid class generates all possible combinations of parameters based on the values provided in the input dictionary. Now, Paramgrid, the parameter grid can be fine-tuned by adjusting the values of the parameters in the input dictionary. Now, Challenge 1. The parameter grid class can generate a very large number of parameter combinations, especially if the input dictionary contains a large number of parameters. This can lead to long training times. Sample use case that resulted in Challenge 1: a grid search with 10 parameters, each with 5 possible values, will generate 510,965,625 parameter combinations. Fixes to Challenge 1: reduce the number of parameters in the grid search. Reduce the number of values for each parameter. Use a more efficient grid search algorithm, such as random search. Challenge 2: the parameter grid class can be difficult to use for models with a large number of parameters. Sample use case that resulted in Challenge 2: a model with 20 parameters, each with 5 possible values, would require a very large input dictionary. Fixes to Challenge 2: use a more efficient way to represent the parameter grid, such as using a list of dictionaries. Use a library such as Optuna or HyperOpt to automate the grid search process.